Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm WBZ meteorologist Zack Green. Relatively quiet to finish up an absolutely stunning fall day, but there will be a few more clouds as you're out and about on Saturday night. And our overnight temperatures really aren't going to fall much and will stay just leveling off into the upper 40s and low 50s, and we're barely seeing a warm-up for tomorrow, all associated with, unfortunately, a very rainy day. Starting off with light conditions in the morning hours, so if you have to be out and about, earlier is better. By the time midday rolls around, looking at some steadier pockets, and then heavy rain is expected once we pass 4 and 5 p.m., indicated by the yellow and the orange. All of that is going to be pressing right into eastern Massachusetts, and through about 8 or 9 o'clock, we'll see that same conditions, and then starts to wrap up overnight. Still some isolated pockets on Monday morning, but most of the major concern is going to be out of our way for our early commute. With that being said, the Browns versus the Patriots out at Gillette, an absolute soaker. So if you were heading out to tailgating, the game itself, rain gear is an understatement, obviously. But it's not only the rain we have to consider, which is bringing upwards of an inch on average with higher pockets down towards southeastern Massachusetts. It's also going to be the wind. We're likely need to break out the rakes as we move into early next week, as these gusts are going to be bringing the leaves off of the limbs, anywhere from 25 to even 45 mile per hour wind gusts. The brunt of it is going to be for Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. But you notice really the south and north shore, all the way up through Cape Ann and even then some, looking at 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts between about the hours of 2 p.m. and 10 o'clock. That's when the highest are going to be seen, and that's why the wind advisory is there. The shaded areas, obviously, for the immediate south coast, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. It doesn't seem to wrap in Plymouth County or anywhere farther north, but we can still consider at least some of those conditions all the way up into southern New Hampshire and southern Maine. Looking ahead, we see a little bit of a break for Monday afternoon. High pressure is going to be building into the Gulf of Maine as we head into Tuesday morning, but we're stuck in this holding pattern here with some low-level moisture, and between a wave of low pressure to our west and a high pressure to our east, we're going to deal with some scattered showers from Tuesday afternoon and through the course of the day on and off on Wednesday. Not exactly too bright, but Wednesday will be the warmest of our upcoming work week. Then the all-important Thursday, as we are rolling closer to the trick-or-treating time, we have to keep a very close eye on another round of rain that is going to be developing through the Midwest and eventually the Great Lakes. And the timing of this is a little difficult to nail down right now, so we may have to deal with some isolated pockets as we go into our trick-or-treating time. And speaking of which, on the 31st, sunset is going to be at 5:39. So we're losing a little bit of daylight, but not as much as what we see on November 3rd when we fall back. Daylight saving time is coming to an end, but our sunset going to be around 4:30. So we'll hold on to at least some of that daylight when it's around. It's not going to be a whole lot of it this upcoming week, though. Stuck between the mid and the upper 50s through Monday afternoon. The warmest, as we mentioned, was Wednesday, and we fall back to 60 degrees with a chance of those isolated showers on Halloween.